Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side. The other side of sports is your host, Laws in the building. It's me, it's Ern. We in the building, rocking out. Ern, Shedeur.
Cooker.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. Hey, we done told the people, dog. Can we pat ourselves on the back? Can we give ourselves the flowers, bro? We told Bama's he was the already most accurate quarterback in the draft. It wasn't even close. Now
I
they
think,
saying it up close.
but I don't. This isn't one of those situations where you talk about somebody that was good or they thought was good is really a bum, or somebody that they
Mhm,
thought was a bum was really good. Everybody knew he was good, but they started trying to justify the foolishness once it started happening. If
mhm.
you would have asked any of these liars, these white liars, before the draft, nobody would have said he would
White
have went fifth
lies.
round. They wouldn't have put any of their money on it.
Only Bama top. What's his name? With the mullet joint on top. What's his name?
Mel
The
Kiper,
Mel Kiper. He was the only one. He know, dog. That Bama done learned his lesson.
right? If they had to put their own wife and house and car on the line, everybody would have said he was going first round.
But dog, this is why there was anonymous sources coming from the teams. Nobody wanted to stand behind slander a Shedeur during the whole draft situation. The joint was all fugazi, bro. We know what it was.
They've been using the same blueprint for hundreds of years. That's why it's like it's glaring when they do it. It's not something new, something we haven't seen before. But I mean, it was obvious. The Bama cooked all through college at Jackson State, cooked at Colorado, and he gonna cook in the league.
He gonna cook, dog. So he got his first he- the first practice out since the last preseason game. He got the most reps in that following practice. I don't know if they moved his name on the depth chart. If
They
he went
didn't.
up the depth,
He's still fourth. But he.
Aaron, you
This
got
the thing. If you because they started with that lie, he
mhm.
has to stay fourth. If they were to jump him way up, like Gabriel hasn't played, so you can't technically say he played better than Gabriel. You just got to wait it out. You got to let Gabriel get on the field and
It look like
slump.
some trash.
Right. You got to let
But
Pickett
why we
get on the
gotta
field.
go through all that? Don't earn. We already know. First of all, they gonna get this Bama the most soft ballless. Like
But I mean, people's jobs on the line at this point, and the owner is very. He got that Dan Snyder gene. So even though he was acting like he wasn't a part of it, now that he's seeing revenue come in and the highest ranked preseason or rated preseason game of all
ever.
time, and they basically, like we said last time, building a superhero
Mhm.
out of somebody that if they would have just took him where he was supposed to be taken, you wouldn't have all this fanfare and
No, but this is the thing. When they gonna learn, bro? That like,
never.
dog, when they killed Jesus Christ on the cross, dog, they made this man the savior. Dog, they don't elevate like you can't when you try to make him a villain and try to villainize him and like attach things that aren't true, you only put more eyes on your whole situation, bro. This joint just it was just so like I think they just mishandled the whole situation, bro.
But
And
go ahead.
I just think like now you got a situation where like even if you was trying to do the funny business, that's impossible now.
It's not impossible. You know what country we live in. You see what's going on where we live now. So like, it's not
You're right.
impossible.
You're
These
right.
families do whatever they want with no
You're
consequence.
right. You're right.
And it's not something we haven't seen before. Look at what happened with
Mhm.
Lamar. They was talking about he need to switch to wide receiver, and nobody brings up any of that old those goofy white takes anymore.
That was stupid, dog.
They just act like they never said it. It just goes away, and then they just move on to slander the next nigga. So it's not something we haven't seen before.
I gotta go and search the archives, dog, and pull up all the Bamas who was slandering Shedeur.
Oh, I got a cue. I'm saving all of the.
Dog, now I'm seeing the joint. See this? I'm seeing an article on Yahoo Sports talking about pump the brakes, preseason week 1 overreactions, starting with Shedeur Sanders. Come on, people, stop it.
It's
Because because
clickbait. You
because
read it. It worked.
it worked.
It worked.
That was got it. They just sprinkling. Dog, the thing is, If Shedeur would have went out the joint and slum, Bama's would have been going ham, Aaron. You already know what they would have been saying.
This is not a shock. This is how they are, though.
Terrible. This is why he's a 5th round pick. Why did they pick him? You see, he can't. He. The game is too fast for him. You know, everybody think
He
this
doesn't
is
have
why.
his daddy. You already know, dog. But this how they look.
No, it wouldn't have been no. Oh, it's just a preseason game. You got to take it light and just, it's gonna be some growing pains. This is what preseason for. It would have been none of that. It would have been. See, this is why he's a 5th round pick, and this is why they picked Dylan Gabriel over him, and blah blah blah. Like this joint was set up perfect, dog. God set this joint up perfect, dog. He set it up perfect. You know how I know? Because,
What is this?
huh?
Did you somebody just threw us in the chat, a Shedeur chat, group chat or something like that?
What?
Literally right now.
No,
This guy
that's
might be
AI.
spam.
That's
Somebody,
AI, dog.
yeah.
That's AI. Get AI out of here, dog. Hey, look, I'm telling you, dog. Return to Geechee. They try. Hey, look, so they said the joint. God set this joint up perfect because Kenny Pickett was hurt, Dylan Gabriel was hurt. They kind of put him out there to like crash and burn, dog. It was like the perfect stage to crash and burn because they didn't really. It was nobody else to evaluate and look at. Now, I feel like you have to start Dylan Gabriel now with the ones and everything. Like you got to start him.
Why?
And you said why?
Yeah.
Because you have to justify why you picked this Bama.
To
Or
who?
if you don't, no, I'm saying you know the people who picked him. Stefanski, this your guy. If you pick this guy, you got to show why you picked this guy 3rd round. Otherwise, if you don't think he's it, then you got to hide him. And I think that's hard to do at this point because Shedeur went out that joint with matter of fact, not even limited reps, 0 reps with the first team and second team. Like this Bama was just thrown out there, bro. And he did good. He showed that he's league ready, Aaron, which we knew already. But now you got to justify Dylan Gabriel as a 3rd round pick.
But they don't, because there's no consequences for their actions and behavior.
Bama's going. You said Jobs is on the line, Aaron. Somebody got to
Right. That's
be
a win
held
and loss
accountable.
thing, not about the draft. Like if they
Okay.
if they end up trotting Shedeur out there and they win 7, 8 games, that's a W for the Browns. Because I think their win loss might be like 6 for the season, something like it might
Okay.
be lower than that. So if they go out there with a rookie quarterback and win 8 games, all of a sudden the outlook on the Browns looks completely different, and they look like quote unquote geniuses. Is the only ones that believed in Shedeur. They're gonna start slobbing them like Stefanski already started and acting like this was the plan all along. They're gonna act like they was always on. We drafted them like we knew what that's just what it's gonna be,
Uh-huh.
and there's no consequences. Like Gabriel could be out the league in 2 years, and nobody's gonna revisit this or anything if Shedeur is
No, if
successful.
Shedeur out there drink cooking, ain't nobody gonna care
He
about
was
what
cooking
happened
so
to Dylan.
good. Deshaun Watson started posting videos of him running already. So they got Deshaun that's gonna be in the quarterback room too this season before the season's over. So they got 5 quarterbacks. They can hide Gabriel easy.
So what if you the Browns GM, what are you doing right now with this quarterback situation?
What side of history am I on?
Who's
Am I?
getting cut? Who's getting cut?
But which side am I on as the GM? Am I the guy who is trying to
You
sabotage
trying
the door, or
nah,
am
nah,
I?
nah, nah, nah. You trying to win.
Then Flacco starts week 1 with Shedeur as the number 2. I'm
Okay.
cutting Kenny Pickett, and I guess since they drafted him 3rd, they gotta stash Gabriel as like the
Uh-huh.
prospect or project quarterback that they trying to
Okay.
build into something else.
Okay. Sam Howell. Okay.
Right. And I
No.
mean, where the Browns are with those 2 first-round picks, if it's really bad, they're going to draft Arch Manning anyway. So
Uh-huh.
you start out with Flacco just because they got 2 like, I think week 2 they play somebody tough. It might be like the
Yeah,
Ravens or something like that.
they got tough
Then after
little.
like week 4 or 5, I
I think
think
they get week 4 or 5, they get Patriots or somebody like that.
right. So I think that's the perfect time to roll them out. Like you've gone through a few weeks to see how Joe Flacco handles during the season, the routine. Like
Mhm.
you get to establish your own routine, like study habits during the season, and just kind of get a feel for it. So it's not so much new on your plate week 1. Not that he couldn't handle it. It's just if I'm the person that picks Shedeur and wants and really believes in him and want to give him a chance, then you roll Flacco out there week 1, and Flacco he gonna be he gonna get OC by week 4 or 5 anyway. He gonna start steady, then he
Yeah,
gonna start wild and throwing interceptions, and the fans
yeah.
gonna be asking for a rookie
I
anyway.
mean, the Bama 52 years old, bro. I just, how long can he do it? But I, let me ask this question: the preseason game that Shedeur had, right? We gonna talk about the other rookie quarterback. Is that enough for you? Are you sold? He's the future.
But I didn't need to see that. To me,
I
he
know
should
we
have been
ain't
the
need to.
number 1 overall pick, and I know he's gonna cook in the league if he gets the opportunity. So
Mhm.
whether that be here, whether that be somewhere else, like I didn't need to see a preseason game, and you can't really go by a preseason game. If you look at the numbers, Shuck had a decent preseason. The
Mhm.
white boy with the Giants,
Yeah,
uh,
Jackson Dart.
Jackson
Yeah.
Dart had a really good preseason
Uh-huh.
game. So like the way coaches are being way more flexible these days, kind of skewing towards what's a player's strength, and players can have success earlier than typically what you saw in rookies in the past. So one preseason week is not going to be enough to be able to say this guy can play or this guy can't.
Yeah. Nah, agree. Agree.
Because I think
Agree.
everybody played well. I can't
Yeah.
think of anybody that didn't play well as a rookie.
Yeah. All the rookies looked okay in the preseason train. I'm gonna tell you, Tyler Shaw ain't it though. Like,
His first pass was like a pick six, like Matt Shaw about that.
yeah. So I mean, you right. We didn't need to see that. We already had him rated.
And it is early.
It's early. It is early. Um, Cam Ward, what did you think about Cam Ward's performance?
He didn't have great numbers, but if you looked
Mhm.
at the game, look at the way
He
he's
was controlling
confident.
offense. Yeah.
He's like a little bit of a. He always was. Even at Miami, he was a gunslinger. Like he gonna do stuff off script
Hmm.
that not every other quarterback can do. So I mean, his leadership's on 99. I think he'll be fine too.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
But his numbers weren't great, and they got slaughtered,
They did get slaughtered.
just
What do
like
you
the
think?
Kings.
What about the command? The commanders. Speaking of the commanders, are you concerned with how they got their head smacked by the Patriots in the preseason drain? Is that concerning to you? Because to me, I have one concern, but I want to see like what your concerns are,
I
or
would
if you
say
got.
yes, because you don't ever want to get thrashed like that. Because you can say it's just preseason, it's just your twos and threes, but it's the same
Mhm.
with the other team across the field. Like you expect people to be prepared, but Uncle Jesse is trash. He got to get off the roster as soon as possible.
Uncle Uncle Jesse, who's
The
that?
Bama they had playing quarterback out there,
Oh, yeah.
what's his name?
You talking about the Commanders
The Bama that had the
quarterback?
long hair, yeah, Sam Hartman.
Oh yeah, Hartman.
He's awful.
he
He's awful, and he wasn't
ain't
that
gonna
good at
make he
Notre
ain't
Dame
gonna
either.
make the team, dog. They
Yeah,
gonna
you
cut
got to
him.
waive him. Josh
Yeah,
Johnson got to stay on the roster. You got to
yeah.
let
It's
him
gonna be
go.
it's gonna be Mariota and Johnson. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if they keep Johnson. Maybe
You probably
we'll
have
see.
to because you got mobile guys. Um,
Mhm.
and teams reached out about Josh Johnson and he asked to stay. So seeing that they didn't trade him, they must intend to keep him on the
Keep
roster.
him. Yeah, Sam Hartman trash though. Yeah, you're right. You
So it's
gotta
kind
get.
of hard to evaluate the offense with how
Mhm.
poorly he looked out there. Um, so yeah, just he got to get way.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the twos and the threes. Like I mean, to me, that if you get thrashed like that, you just don't have no depth. And so for me, what's problematic is if you something happens to a few of your starters, and then you go into
Like a
these
holdout.
lunch pail bammers like a holdout. I mean, I the wide receivers couldn't even do nothing with the quarterback play. The quarterback play was
Trying to
so
tell you.
trash. I just
And they dropped a lot of passes too. That Bama,
yeah,
what was it more? They cut him immediately. He dropped a
yeah,
rack of
Chris
passes.
Moore, yeah. Hey, I think when the season start, they're gonna go with Noah Brown, Debo, Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane. Uh, I think KJ Osborne will make it. Michael Gallup for sure, because that's wrong. I mean, what's
That's
his
the
name,
cutoff.
boy?
You can't keep more than 6 receivers.
Yeah, I think that might be it, bro. And Terry, of course, but I don't know.
I
Oh
think you
no.
just named 7 guys, did
Hold on. Terry,
you?
Debo,
Debo,
Noah, Luke
Lane,
McCaffrey,
Luke.
Lane.
That's 8.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. That's five. I'm at
You said
five.
KJ Osborne and you said
Oh
Michael
yeah,
Gallup.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
8
yeah.
Bama's.
Hey, no, yeah. Somebody gotta go.
So Luke definitely gonna make it.
Yeah, Luke gonna make
Lane
it.
is gonna make it.
Jalen Lane gonna make
So
it.
you're looking at
Debo gonna make it.
Terry,
Terry gonna
Debo,
make it. But
Luke,
Terry's starting on the pup, so they
Noah.
probably put somebody that's an extra spot in his place until he
You know
decide he
that Bama
want to
gonna
play.
play.
Yeah, he gonna play, bro. Hold out over. Hold out over. Like I mean, at this point, he ain't got the bread yet. He not getting the bread, bro. Because if they was gonna give him the bread, they would have given him the bread already, bro. I mean, at this juncture of the game, we 2 weeks into the preseason.
It looks bad on the team if they pay him now because you could have had him in training camp getting his
Yeah,
bread.
that
So at
I
this point,
you
both people got to kind of play it all the way out until somebody loses leverage, which means an injury or a loss for the team gives Terry more leverage, or like your fantasy, which is the team cooking anyway, takes leverage away from Terry. So like one of those 3 things has to happen for somebody to budge.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's a waste.
Yeah, I think at this point it's done.
And you know when Bama's miss all the training camp for stuff like this, then they sign last minute, go out there week 1 and get a soft tissue injury like a hamstring or something that lingers all season. It's just it's just a bad look.
Yeah, come on, Terry. Come on.
Come on, Adam.
No, okay. Other training camp news. Matthew Stafford back. His back messed up. Are you concerned about that or nah?
Yeah, he ain't practiced one time all season.
I mean, I know Matthew know the offense and everything like that, but you gotta play,
If
bro.
you can't even practice and you're already 37 and already injury prone, I just can't see him making it through 17 games and and being fine. And then the playoffs. So Shedeur might want to ask if they're gonna keep acting funny in Cleveland. I might ask for a trade to LA. Like, yeah, I'll sit behind Stafford and be fine because you don't have that conversation on who's better. It's clear Stafford's the starter when healthy, but you also might end up getting thrust into the field and getting an opportunity to start when he gets
Yeah.
hurt or when that back goes out.
You put Shedeur with Sean McVay? Oh my.
And in LA, no, that'd be the perfect place.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
They really turning this Bama into LeBron though, because they're building like
Overnight.
people are gonna watch to watch him fail, even like Floyd Mayweather. Like even the people that hate him are gonna watch to try to be critical. So
Mhm.
they turning him really into this what they call it box office guy that they're creating with the hate, which is crazy.
They gonna find out, dog. Oh, yeah. This joint could have all been avoided. Could have all been avoided. Shedeur, he checked the reporter Tony Grossi for being negative towards him, which was a tactful move, by the way, if
Because
I
he
must say.
wasn't contentious about it. He just kind of did it in like a lighthearted, like joking way,
Yeah, he
but
just
calling them
he.
out on record. So
Do you think that changes? Do you think that changes?
no, he did for people like that, which you got to see him as like a skip.
Uh-huh.
They kind of like a lot of people didn't know who he was until Shador did that. So it kind
Okay.
of grows his star as well.
Uh-huh.
Like you better off ignoring people like that, but he's gonna probably dig in even more to kind of be like this rival or this, and they always want to be right too. So I just think
Mhm,
until Shador does so much where he looks like a complete idiot, he's gonna continue to try to like hold on to that narrative.
mhm. Other teams, Michael Parsons. What's going to happen with his contract? Is Jerry going to sign him?
This one's tricky because I believe Micah will. skip games. Like Micah seemed like a whole different breed than Terry. I believe that Joker might mess around and at least miss a couple games to prove his point.
I think so too. The bad about Mike, the thing about Mike, like to me, I can kind of understand the Terry joint. Like if you, I mean, I don't agree with it. I vehemently disagree with the decision not to pay him, but I can understand why you would try to like stand on the opposing side
Right.
and try not to pay him from a business standpoint. Like I can see that.
They're
With
stupid
Micah,
arguments, but they're arguments you can make.
yeah. With Micah though, this Batman in the prime of his career,
It's all
like this
ego.
Batman is the best Batman in the sport. Like
And it's not even close. He's the best
it's not
defensive
even.
player in the
He's the
game.
best defensive player. Like he's the most disruptive. This Batman like gets sacks. He
At
gets
will.
pass rush. Like this Batman is so athletic. He's not. He hasn't shown any signs of like slowing down. I mean, he had the injuries last year, but those. But to me, that was more losing injuries because Bama's always be gimping when they on a losing team. They just be like, man, I'm not about to be out here running
Right.
and breaking my neck for these losers. You know what I'm saying?
Rehabbing in the off season,
Yeah,
like,
like
nah, I ain't going for it.
nah. But when you talk about like his skill level, and he's elite in the prime of his career, and you trying to play funny business with paying him, like dog, just pay. I'll be trying to give him as much money as he want, two
It's the
hundred
owner
million
ego.
for 6 years. Like I'll be trying to keep this Batman for the longevity of his career.
It's all ego. And this is also like they try to avoid players having to negotiate for themselves because when teams negotiate against the agent, they're gonna be critical even if a player is great or elite. Like the team's gonna come with, oh, he only played this many games, or he's not great against uh power block. They just come up with things to try to negotiate. And they want to avoid the player having to hear those things from the team so it doesn't sour the relationship. With the Cowboys, the owner is the GM. So he's the one, and his ego is tied to it. So there's no separation, and he's butthurt because he doesn't want Micah's agent involved. He felt like they came to a deal, but that should be something that
No,
a
that
GM
Batman's
is
so.
dealing with, where the owner can say, "Man, sign this Bama and get this done." There's nobody there to say sign him that's objective or outside of the negotiations.
Yeah, but
So
Jerry treating it like it's
it,
1960. He like,
right,
come on, son. He calling the players son and everything like that.
like come over for lunch, and then he try to negotiate the contract. It's like little slick stuff like that. So because he's the one doing the negotiations instead of a true GM, there's always going to be that layer there of him
Mhm,
and his ego and feeling like he got to win. He's like Trump Jr. dog, so you know
mhm.
how that's going to go.
Not good. They better figure out something. Better figure out something, dog. You cannot afford to not have Michael Parsons.
Right, your defense was already trash with Parsons.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you got the black Kirk Cousins under center and Dak Prescott. You just
Is this his year? He gonna get
yeah,
over the
for
hump?
what? Ain't no. We know what's gonna happen, Aaron. It's No, it's like not putting oil in your car, dog. Your car engine light come on and don't put oil. What's gonna happen? Your car is gonna lock up at some point. Dak Prescott is not a winning franchise quarterback. This Bama's a good QB. You can
So he
he
can't get lucky. You can't win with Dak. Is that what you say?
You can't win with Dak, though. So now I take that back. You can win with Dak, but you need a lot to be able to make that happen. And
Facts.
the things you need in order to win with Dak, they don't have.
Elite coaching.
You need hold on. You need elite coaching. You need an elite running back. You need an elite running back because you need an elite run game. In those instances where Dak, you know what I'm saying? You can't have him throwing 36, 40 times a game. Dog, he going to throw picks. You need elite running game, elite coaching, and you need elite defense. If Michael Parsons not playing, that's dead. I mean, can Dak Prescott put up numbers? Yeah, he can put up numbers. But when it comes down to them big games, you don't need the ball in Michael Parsons' hands, dog. We talked about it you don't need it in Dak Prescott's hands. We talked about it with Kirk Cousins. When he started blowing the big moments, he blowing on his hand. It's all bad, Aaron. You already know. Already know. So you can't win with that. I I can name about 5 quarterbacks that you can't win with.
Who?
You need a
Who's the top 5 can't win list? And Kirk don't start, so you can't put him on there.
all right, yeah, he don't start no more. Top 5 can't win list. We starting with Dak Prescott. Second
Number
on the
one or
list,
number 5? Oh, number one.
I don't know if he's number 1. He might be number 5, but I'm at no particular order. Dak Prescott, you can't win with him. You can't win with what's his name out
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. That's where I was going next, though. You already you already know. You can't win with Justin Herbert.
Trevor Lawrence.
Tre-
That was my man.
hold on. You can't win with Trevor.
No, he's sorry.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you who you can't win with. Bama State, you can win with him. He's solid quarterback. He can play. Sam Darnold, you can't win with Sam.
He's still starting in Seattle.
Yeah,
He win.
he in Seattle, dog. They pay the money.
He'd have been my number one.
He be getting paid money, Aaron. Bama think they can win with him. Can't win with him. I'm trying to tell you. All right. Number 5 on the list. So that's 3. You got Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott. You got Sam Darnold. Who'd you say?
My man Trevor Lawrence. He on the
Trevor
list.
Lawrence. Okay, Trevor Lawrence. You can't win with him. Number 5. Who we going with, Aaron? Number
Tua?
5. Tua.
And Tua my man too, but
Ah!
when they get cold outside, it's like cold hands Kirk, though.
Cold outside. Go. I'm gonna say, yeah. It might be Tua, bro. It might be Tua. I mean, of course, we excluding like the rookie quarterbacks, but
Yeah, we excluding the young guys. Russ got one. Jared Goff,
Jared
for
Goff, you
me,
can win with Jared Goff.
can you win it all? He been to the Super Bowl.
You can win with Jared Goff though. I mean, so when I say win, I'm talking about like winning the playoffs and when it matter. I'm not saying
Okay,
like winning
win it
Super
all.
Bowl. I'm
Okay.
just saying like winning the playoffs. Like when the game's on the line, like can you win with this man? So I just
If that's the case, then I would have to take. Nah, we leaving him on there.
Justin Herbert's on that joint. Bama can't win.
Dak on there.
Prescott, Dak on there for sure. He can't win. I mean, it's some borderline back. Like I don't want to slander my man like this.
Who, Lamar?
Nah, Lamar can win, dog. Lamar can win. He won. Sam Darnold is on that list. Now, I think you could put Kyler Murray on that list, dog.
Have these Bama sniffed the playoffs? I mean, he probably probably on the list. I remember they started 8-1 and then finished like 8-8 or something like that. Yeah,
Daniel
Pete Carroll was
Jones,
the
you
head
can't
coach.
win with Daniel Jones.
I'm not even. He's not even on the list.
Drake May, you cannot win with Drake May.
We know who you can win with, and we ain't need a bunch of years to figure it out.
Look, I know people gonna be like, "What are you talking about? Drake May is this?" Blah blah blah. Listen, people, I'm gonna tell you, you can't win with Drake May. No, you can't win. They got find out the hard way, Aaron. They gonna find out the hard way. Now, I don't think you can win with this dude either. Well, actually, you can win with him, but I don't think. No, we dodged the bullet, Aaron. The Washington Commanders dodged a bullet. Bro.
Thank the Cardinals and Kyler Murray. He actually won a big game that actually got you JD instead of Drake May.
Dog, but this is the thing. I think I think the Bears gonna have a tough time winning with Caleb Williams, though.
I think the issue is Ben Johnson more than Caleb. But yeah, it's not just it's a weird vibe around him and the media discussions, which tells me Ben
It's
Johnson may be trying to get from under him already and kind of leaking little stuff because this is how it starts. This is how it starts, and it always starts with people behind the scenes leaking little stuff to try to be able to be like, "Oh, it wasn't me," because it's just weird that this is only his second year and they're having conversations about him that are just strange. when we saw Daniel Jones start for 4 years and still get a chance and get re-upped. And we see a lot of funny business that this man going into his second year and they're already acting like he might not be the guy when he didn't stink it up last
Yeah, dog. The thing is, I sense a lot of that too. Some of the reports out of the camp talking about Ben Johnson just trying to give him the whole offense, and like there's no like they're just trying to overload him and see what he can handle, and like stuff like that. To me, it's just poor. It's like mismanagement. You know what I'm saying? Because
year. So
like,
quick question. The last argument we had was over Ben Johnson when you wanted him to come to the Commanders.
okay,
Do you, are you glad that you didn't end up with Ben Johnson and you ended up with Quinn instead?
dog. So in hindsight, 2020. But I can honestly say that I'm ecstatic we got Dan Quinn, dog. Dan Quinn is a leader of men. I don't think Ben Johnson is a leader of men. See,
Agreed.
there's people, there's differences in types of coaching style. There's people who can coach and they're leaders of men, like Tomlin. Dan Quinn is in that boat.
Pete
Like
Carroll, certain guy,
Pete Carroll,
Belichick.
like yeah, like they just leaders of men, right? They're respected, they know their stuff. They try to find smarter people than them to like handle X's and O's. It's not that they don't know X and O. John Harbaugh, like Jim Harbaugh, like they're leaders of men, dog, and they're respected. Then you got the like smarty art type Bammers who just like they know offense and they think that translates to being leaders of men. They
Kyle
are two,
Shanahan, Mike
they're
McDaniels.
yeah, they're two separate types of things, dog. Cliff Kingsbury's in that, like they're just this totally separate. People can like just because you're smart doesn't mean men will follow you, dog.
Right.
And I think Ben Johnson is in that like a lot of times when it's forced compliance, so that it goes with leadership styles. Like when I used to play basketball and I was like on a basketball team, like I didn't have to like yell at Bammers to get them on page. Like my play was dictating that I'm the leader. Like how I went and approach stuff dictate that I'm the leader, like on the floor, and you know what I'm saying. But when you try to like manufacture that joint to real leaders, it just don't go over well. So
Especially when you've been assigned a leader. Like the way NFL coaching is not like players rally and select a captain or select a leader. Some owner who is probably out of touch with players in this generation for sure select and assign who the leader's supposed to be. And so a lot of times they'll take a dweeb who nobody would ever follow. And because he's good with X's and O's, like you said, establish him as like the figurehead leader. And they try to like jockey and posture and do things that or simulate what they've seen other leaders do or what they've seen coaches from their childhood and just little things that they picked up. And especially when you're a first time coach, it's no telling until you win if guys are going to be able to follow you or choose to follow you. Because if you start out and you trash, even if guys like you and they see what you do doesn't work and they don't believe in you, then you end up losing the locker room. There's a lot of guys who were at one point good leaders that lost locker rooms and had to, even Andy Reid had to get fired, like, and ended up going and winning the Super Bowl somewhere else. There's a lot of guys who can be good coaches, but when you don't put a winning product out there, like people lose faith. And usually the first people to lose faith is the locker room. So
yeah.
we'll find out pretty early,
Mhm.
um, especially based on how much leak slander starts coming out about Caleb. If the team
The
has
first
rallied
couple of
around
weeks
Ben
don't
Johnson,
look right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you already know. Them first couple of weeks don't look right.
They start
Offense, he missing throw. Like they gonna be like, this
they
guy,
pull
you
a
gonna
J
start hearing
patch.
the
No,
reports. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch. Uh we almost had fantasy football time, bro.
no chance.
You ain't trying to play?
I ain't played in like 3 years, dog. I'm done.
We in this is week 2 of preseason. Week 1 NFL. We almost there. We not gonna give y'all the picks yet. We're gonna tease week 1. That's coming next week. Can we do it, Aaron? Start looking at week 1 and go through the games.
You don't even know who the starter's gonna be yet.
You don't even know who the starter's gonna be.
Smart money wait to the last minute.
You got the Cowboys and Eagles week 1.
But we ain't got to
That's
wait on
the,
that. We ain't got
that's
to wait
the
on that.
first game,
We ain't got to
September
wait on that.
4th. Chiefs, Chargers, Dolphins, Colts, Steelers, Jets. What's the game we want to see? We locked into.
I think Eagles Dallas is a pretty good first
Yeah,
game of the season.
that's a good joint.
Commanders Giants. I think Giants D line is going to be real. We was trolling them a couple weeks ago. They definitely got a hard schedule, but I think Russ can win. Like
Mhm.
the Bama has won in this league. I don't know why people act like, or certain people act like this Bama is the worst person ever when they trotting Daniel Jones out in the NFL. But
Mhm.
Russell can win, and they D line is going to be sick. Neighbors is like that, so especially if Terry not playing, that's going to be a real interesting week 1.
Yeah, yeah. The games, I think like the big games that's going to be. So they got a lot of divisional matchups. I mean, they just set this joint up all across the board pretty much with divisional matchups. You got the Lions and Packers. That's going to be a good one. You got Ravens and Bills. Monday night joint is Vikings and Bears. Yeah, so it's some games that week 1 joint. Steelers and Jets, that's gonna be a good one. Uh Bengals and Browns.
It won't be
Yeah.
that good, but people gonna watch to see if Shedeur get in there.
No, I can't wait, bro.
If they name Shedeur the starter week 1, that might be the highest watched game in week 1 for the NFL. Like if
And
by
in the
some
history,
stretch of the imagination that Shedeur gets named the starter for week 1, that will be the highest rated game on the slate, guaranteed.
yeah, yeah, bro.
It'll
That joke
probably
week.
take an injury to Joe Flacco for that to happen, but if by some miracle Shedeur end up week 1 starter, the rating's gonna be through the roof.
Through the roof. Through the roof. Yeah. When should Shador be moved up the depth chart?
I think after this preseason, week 2, you'll see Gabriel out there if he's healthy.
Mhm.
And Shedeur will move up. If Gabriel is still not healthy and doesn't play, and Shedeur plays well again, then I think he moves up. So I think either way, after this week, as long as both don't play well, um, you'll see Shedeur move up at least one spot.
You got Browns versus the Eagles. That's the next preseason game.
I mean, I still don't think the starters are going to play much with the Eagles.
No. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be the starter's not gonna get a lot of run.
They already got O line injuries. I'm not trotting Jalen Hurts out there.
Mm-mm. I'm talking about for the Browns though. Who you think they gonna put out there
I mean, if
for
Kenny
the?
Pickett's healthy, you probably looking at Kenny Pickett first. If he's not healthy, then probably Dylan Gabriel, based
Mhm,
on the depth chart,
mhm.
which I don't think they want, but we'll see. And then third to be Shador.
So you looking at Shador playing in this last game? I mean, in this next game too.
Yeah, he's last on the list, but he'll play.
Yeah, it's funny that how everybody was healthy after Shador's like
All of a sudden, everybody
man,
practicing the next.
everybody practice.
Deshaun running wind sprints in 4K. People crazy.
Hey dog, he put that press on them Mamas, dog. They feeling that heat. I think that they try to move over Deshaun anyway. If they could have a bus hit him on the street, they that's what they would love that. If he could just get hit by a bus, they want him off the roster anyway. So I don't know why they paid that Bama all that money, dog. He was touching butts, doing funny business, and they paid him all that bread. I don't.
Bama's desperate for a winner and got cursed. It was no way we could have seen this though. Deshaun was one of the best quarterbacks in the league,
He was
and this
good.
Bama reputation got out there, and that drink completely
No, but when you
debilitated that
found out
guy.
that Bama was Diddy style, baby oil, and and rub it up Dolly and the back door.
So much you got to get in there. Yeah. But we saw the
On
same
the
thing.
joint, on the
Great
joint with the washcloth towel. This man was laying up on the table like this
on
with
his
his man with a washcloth towel. This man was a wild boy, bro.
pervert, dog. But then you saw the same thing with the best kicker of all time.
Oh
Like we
yeah,
knew something
Justin
was up.
Tucker.
This Bama just started missing. Like, hold on, what's going on?
First of
And
all,
we knew.
he got a work. His sickness is worse, dog, because he was
Is it?
doing that in Baltimore. Yeah, that's why. That, his sickness is worse because he was in Baltimore doing that stuff, dog. Like, come on, man, what's going on? So
Yeah, you got to take that Bama to the clinic. Make sure he's straight.
yeah, that drink. So I mean, what do you do with Deshaun? You paying him all this bread? It's
Right.
like,
What can you do?
I mean, are you going? Can you cut him? That joint is a
Still got
cap
to
hit.
pay him.
Yeah. I guess you just keep him on the roster.
I
You
mean,
just sit
you at
him.
a point now where they might pay him to stay home. Be like, look,
Mhm,
I mean, I'm sure the NFLPA would have issues with that because
mhm,
you still, as an NFL quarterback, you want to be able to work out in an NFL facility, still get the treatment and all that. So the
mhm,
NFLPA wouldn't allow them to kind of sit him at home and still pay him. So it's going to get real tricky when he gets healthy.
mhm,
If they're playing well, it won't really be that much of an issue. But if
mhm.
everybody's slumming, people gonna start being like, man, forget it. We already paying him. Let's see if
Yeah,
he got anything left, like one last try.
mhm.
Now I bet they'd rather see Shedeur out there than that man,
Yeah,
the
I
boogie
bet
man.
you. Dog, this Bama should do like I Aaron, I'm having a hard time understanding why you would not just endorse this man and put the whole
It's coming.
promotion team behind him.
It's coming. Dog, the numbers are the numbers, and they starting to see the rate. Like all the stuff is going on the business side. They calling the football side like, hold on, like y'all got to get this together. Like this the best week of
Start the
revenue
man.
we
Just
had.
put the man. Just start him for week.
Yeah, like this the
No,
best
this is the
week of
best.
revenue.
This the
This the
best.
highest jersey sales
This
we
the
had
this the best. This the best the Browns had in the past
in my
50
lifetime.
years, though. And like, yeah,
You
no,
talking about
I
Jim
don't think
Brown?
ever,
Since
ever,
Jim Brown.
ever. Dog, this is the thing. My nephew played on the Browns, dog, and I ain't been this motivated to buy a Browns gear. I think I bought like one hoodie and a hat or something like that when he was on the team. Dog, now I'm looking at Shedeur jerseys. I'm on Fanatics. I'm trying to get with it. Dog, they gotta get this bread with Shedeur. This is a one time.
It's
This is
easy
a one
money.
time situation. Like
Easy.
these don't come around every. Yeah, they tripping, bro. They tripping. This joint would be a no brainer for me.
Well, if he go out there and cook in week 2 of the preseason, you're gonna see everybody starting to slide. Like everybody on the Browns organization starting to slide towards putting their arm around the Bama and accepting the fact that he's a cash cow. It's the golden goose, and y'all trying to sabotage the joint.
Why he putting like is this next game in Brown Stadium?
Oh, so they haven't had a home joint yet. So I know it's gonna be the most packed preseason game. It's probably gonna be more packed than their regular season games last year.
Yeah, it's gonna be more packed than the regular season. They play. Oh yeah, no. So this next joint is at the Eagles. The joint after that, the last joint is in Brown Stadium, and he'll probably play a lot in that game. Unless they denote him as the starter, then he shouldn't play in that joint at all.
Yeah, but Stefanski said he's not naming a starter after week 2. He already said it ahead of time. He getting ahead of it, so you probably will see a lot of Shedeur and Gabriel in that game.
But
It'll
why
probably
though,
be half
dog?
and half.
That joint is to me that's stupid, Aaron.
We know they're not rocket scientists.
I'm gonna put him out there with the threes and fours. These Bammers is just no, you know with the threes and fours, they tackling with they just diving forward right at your kneecap. They not, they're gonna be working at Walmart 24 hours later, bro. Everybody who's playing in that last preseason game, outside of maybe like a handful of Bamas, gonna be at Office Depot. You know they ain't got nothing to lose. They gonna be doing anything, just late hits and all types of stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea, but we'll see. If I'm Shedeur, if you Aaron, if you cooking this next preseason game, if you Shedeur, let's say you go out that
Faking an
joint, play
injury.
with the threes. Yeah, I hamstring.
Yeah, I'm faking an injury.
I'm not playing, dog. I'm not playing with Bama's who ain't got nothing to lose. I'm not doing it.
Going Deshaun Jackson, like you said,
I'm
hamstring.
like, my hand me, bro. I can't like and I'm gonna set it up to where like when they put me out in the last series, no. I'm gonna do it in practice. The practice before the last game.
They gonna know exactly what you know they gonna accuse that man.
I'm,
You got to do it in the
I'm,
game in front of everybody.
ah, I'm like, I'm gonna just come limping off the side, just be like, hey, like, what's up? What happened? Like, I might have got it. Might be a Charlie horse. Might be a Charlie horse, dog. I need some water. Give me some water. Y'all got coconut water? Let me get some coconut. I think I'm out, coach. I don't know if I can be able to do it. You can't play? I don't know. You're gonna have to put Tyler Huntley, whatever that back.
I forgot they had him on the roster.
Yeah, let him be out that drink, scrambling like a bobblehead, trying to
I mean,
pay
that's
the
probably what
bill.
they're gonna do.
I'm not going out that joint, dog. What? No. So we gonna see. We gonna see. But if I'm Shedeur, I'm not playing that last game, dog. Unless it's just like a few series to start the joint, and I'm playing with like at least second team. I'm not playing with the bums because I'm not a bum.
You a fifth round pick though, dog. You know, if you start making
Yo,
demands, they're gonna do you like RG3 and run
I'm
your ass out the league.
Shedeur.
A fifth round pick,
Earn. Nah, look, this franchise ain't wasn't getting bread like that without me.
right? But you can't proclaim that just yet. You gotta make it to the regular season and get some regular season stats. You can't claim preseason stats and act like you that guy, because then you
Dog.
prove them right. Imagine
Yeah.
him doing some stuff like that, and then they finally get to say, "See, he told y'all this is who he was." He
Mm-hmm.
can't take the bait. He got a dad. He gonna play the long game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dog. Yeah. All right. What else, man? They got the National Guard in the streets, dog. This Bama.
Staying out of DC, dog.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere near, dog. That joint crazy. They just
They was right at the Rhode Island Home Depot too, where my guys was at the joint. I'm gonna send you the
Mhm.
video. They was blitzing every Hispanic out that joint like it's football, dog, through the whole parking lot, chasing Bama's.
This joint crazy,
Bama
bro.
said, "Can you please bring the material so we don't have to go to the to the Home
They
Depot?"
want you to go get.
Right.
Oh, this joint got this joint is crazy, bro. This joint crazy. All right, follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Shout out to Wiz Buffy. Shout out to Lance J. Shout out to Sports Talk Tasha. Everybody who rock with us heavy. And we out.